We went over some storylines that I talked about in the last video that I was interested, that I was invested in, and I'm here to bring a part two to some more storylines. A little bit of some under the radar storylines, but I'm excited for these storylines to play out into this next NFL season as we're only 2 weeks away. Make sure to comment your thoughts down below and leave a like and subscribe before we get started. One of the storylines I'm very excited to follow, especially as a Packers fan, is seeing how the Dolphins will do with Malik Willis as the starting quarterback. He was an incredible backup for the Packers for the past 2 years, playing very well when Jordan Love was injured, and he really thrived to show why he was a really great prospect coming out, and he was given the opportunity under Matt LaFleur's offense, that whole team, to thrive. But now that he's going to be the starting quarterback in Miami with Jeff Hafley as his head coach, how will he be able to play? I think he is very good as a backup, and I think he can make a solid year as the starter, but he has very limited weapons around him besides Achane, and his team is not very good. They might have the worst roster in the NFL. So for Willis, who looked really good in structure, it'll be very interesting to see how well he'll play. I think it'll be okay. I don't think he's going to play the levels he was last year because of all the structure, but I will be rooting for Willis. I hope he's able to, become a very solid dual threat quarterback in this league, and maybe, or an extension for the Dolphins if he plays well enough. Could he be another Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield type of guy? Maybe even Geno Smith that we last saw in the past couple of years. I think Malik Willis has a chance to do that, but also the situation he joined is not very ideal. But I wish the best for Malik Willis. Another story that I'm very interested in is seeing how Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown can thrive away from each other in brand new situations. Jalen Hurts is not leaving teams, but he has new coordinators to work with, new offensive coordinators, a new system. And the question is, can he be competent in a brand new system? Can the offense look competent in a brand new system under a brand new offensive coordinator? Last year, it was very rudimentary. It looked elementary at times. The Eagles' offense was not very creative. It just wasn't good. None of the players or the coaches seemed to be on the same page. Now, getting rid of A.J. Brown and adding in new personnel and new coaching, can the Eagles look better? That's my question to them. For AJ, how well can he look under a new quarterback? And can he still be that same level of player at the age of 29 that he was at the age of 26? And I'll be very interested to see how we'll be able to perform and, just be under a head coach that he actually enjoys, as he is with Mike Vrabel again as his time in Tennessee. I think he can play very well. I think he can prove that he's still a top 10 receiver, but I have to see it to believe it as well. And it'll be very interesting to see a dynamic duo that we've seen for 4 years be split apart. And it's just interesting to see who will perform better. That's the question on my mind. Who will perform better from A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts in brand new situations? Another massive change happened in the NFC East as John Harbaugh is now the head coach of the Giants. And John Harbaugh, with his head coaching style, with his years on the Ravens, his hard-nosed, hard-knocks type of style, it'll be very interesting to see how this will impact and affect the young core guys on this Giants team, how they're able to grow. Will this be a success in the first year? Will this be a disaster? It'll be very interesting to see, as they have a nice young group of great young players. They have Jackson Dart, Cam Scatterboom, Malik Neighbors, Carter, etc., etc. But I'll be very interested to see how well this experiment can go. Could this be a Pete Carroll situation where everything just fell apart in 1 year? Or could this be a Sean Payton situation where John Harbaugh completely turns around the team and proves to the NFL that he still has it as a head coach? I'll be very interested to see how this will go. And I think we'll find out very early on, if not by the end of the season, if John Harbaugh will be the head coach for the Giants team for this long-term future. I talked about him earlier on in this video, but Geno Smith, he had a terrible year with the Raiders with Pete Carroll. Can he write back? Can he write back on the team that drafted him in the Jets? He has better weapons, as we got to remember that Brock Bowers was completely injured last year or for a majority of the season, and his offensive line sucked. The Jets, ironically, seem to be a better situation than the Raiders last year in terms of offensive weapons. He has good infrastructure around him, but can he be able to write back? Is he able to bounce back into being a decent to average to mid quarterback in the league? And, I wouldn't bet against it, but I wouldn't bet for it because he was truly bad last year. Very neutral on it. I was really interested to see how well he'll play and if he was even able to get a contract. But there have been reports that this offense is going to be incredible. It's training camp. They're always going to say that. But my question is, can Geno Smith play well? And if he does, it could be another second comeback in his story. But if he doesn't, he's going to, not be in the league anymore. So that'll be interesting to track. Speaking of coaches, I wanted to talk about who I think will get fired first. We always see a coach get fired in the first 10 to 12 weeks of the season. unexpectedly, expectedly sometimes, whether it be a complete disaster or something built up, or the coach should have been fired at the end of the last season. And I think I have a couple candidates that I think could be on the hot seat. There are some coaches that are on the hot seat, but first one to come to mind is Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn, after his first year with the Jets, it was a complete disaster. If Geno Smith tanks and is not good with the Jets and their defense falls off, Aaron Glenn is out the door because this Jets team is a dumpster fire. Or maybe it's Zach Taylor. Zach Taylor has been on the hot seat for the past couple of years. He's been living off that Super Bowl run they made in 2021. And if the defense continues to suck and maybe Burrow gets injured or the Bengals go off to a slow start, once again, it might be time for Taylor to leave Cincinnati. It's been years and years of this as well. And I think Shane Steichen could be a sneaky option as well. I don't really see the Colts going anywhere, and them being unexpectedly bad next season, for my prediction, it could put him on the hot seat as well, as he was kind of on the hot seat before the Colts started winning a bunch of games. So it'll be very interesting to see. On the flip side, which first-year head coach will perform incredibly well. There's some options, of course, Harbaugh, Minter, right? But I'll be interested to see who performs unexpectedly well and which coach will get fired first. Lastly, when we're talking about hot starts, cold starts, we always see teams start off 3-0 that we didn't expect, and we always see teams start 0-3 that we didn't expect. The likelihood of making the playoffs when you start 0-3 is very low. And similarly, if you start 3-0, right, that means your playoff chances are high. Right, so it'll be very interesting to see what teams will disappoint immediately and which teams will surpass expectations immediately, as we can see in the first 3 weeks of the season. The first 4 or so weeks of the season is always chaotic, it's always fun. Everyone is trying to figure out everyone's competition, everyone's trying to settle down, we see records breaking out. So I'm really interested in that first 4 weeks of the season just to see who's fraud, who's falling off, who may not live up to expectations, who's surpassing expectations. It's a very fun month of football, and I just can't wait for football to be back. Make sure to leave your comments down below, and make sure to leave a like and subscribe.